Hello again, friends. It's time for Goat Story Time with Weedy. I'm legit going to make a new channel for this. I don't know how much longer I'll be doing this, but until somebody tells me that I should stop because I'm a freak of nature, I'm gonna keep doing it. Go eat your food. Peaches is being a pain, and Peaches is biting my butt. Peaches, if you stayed in your pen ever, you'd eat. But tonight, our selection is, hold on, if my phone wants to focus. Pictures by Forever Love 2021, aka Ship and Petty, aka Cauliflower, who writes flawless fanfiction and told me I should not read this one to my ghosts. No! No! You will love Cauliflower! You are not gonna listen to Luke Connor while we film. Can't. She just likes to listen to Luke Connor. God, it's weird. Okay. So yeah. Eddie's point of view. I rapped my knuckles lightly on Joy's door, waiting for a signal to come in. I heard a few sniffles and a faint call of, "Come in," before pushing the door open. So I sat on her bed, piles of pictures surrounding her, my eyebrows furrowed in confusion as I walked over. I'm going to regret that. Stop it! No! Ah! Dude, I just stared my finger. Oh, okay, that hurts. That really hurt. Whatever. Whatever, just do not piss lightning off that much, okay? My brows furrowed in confusion as I walked over to where he laid and sat beside her. "What are you doing?" I questioned, eyeing the pictures that lay scattered across the bed. "I'm just looking at some old pictures," she replied, dabbing at her red, teary eyes. I suspiciously picked up the photo and studied it. Joy had her arms wrapped around a taller girl who had red hair. They both were laughing and holding ice cream cone. I smiled slightly and tilted the photo towards Joy. "Who's that?" I asked, pointing to the taller girl. Tears filled Joy's eyes. She swatted them away with her hand. "That's Patricia, my best friend. She used to live here before you came." "Where's she now?" I wondered, watching Joy take shaky breaths. "I'm not sure. Her body's underground, but the real Patricia? I'm hoping heaven," she whispered, staring at the picture longingly. "She died?" "Mm-hmm. A couple months," Joy nodded. "A couple months before you got here, she passed away. Do you mind if I asked how she died?" I asked. I had only gotten here a few weeks before, and my friendship with Joy was still new, and I wasn't sure if I'd right to ask her these kind of questions. Joy'd stay silent, not question, so I just dropped it. I began looking through the picture, smiling slightly at the pictures of the two best friends. There were ones of just Patricia and others with just Joy. Most of them consisted of the two together, though. "She was in a car crash," Joy said. I glanced up at her, not knowing what she was referring to. "That's how she died." "I'm sorry," I said, offering Joy a small smile. She smiled back before looking back at the picture sitting on her lap. "You remind me of her," Joy said, not looking up from the photos. "That's why I became friends with you. I knew you and Patricia would have been great friends if she was still here. So I'm just the replacement," I joked. Joy grinned and shook her head. "No, just saying that you two are a lot alike." That night I lay in bed, insomnia getting the best of me. The only thing I could think about was the time I had spent in Joy's room earlier. Her words kept ringing in my head. She was in a car crash. She reminded me of her. I knew you and Patricia would have been great friends if she was still here. It was a shame I hadn't gotten here on time for the semester. If I hadn't been late for the start of school, I would have gotten a chance to meet her. I know I never knew her, but the girl in the picture, she was beautiful. Now there's Cat Cauliflower complaining about how horrible our fanfictions are when they clearly aren't horrible, Cauliflower. This is like the most my goat has ever behaved on the stand before. Cauliflower! You gotta... And I think tomorrow I'll read them What Happens When You Fall. Actually, I have to read them the From Pregnancy fic. I've just been too lazy to find it. Chapter 2. Eddie's point of view. I walked through the park, looking around. Beyond looked the same as Earth. Everything was the same places on Earth. The air smelled the same. The sky was the same color. The people were different. But I didn't recognize any of them. They had all been dead when I was on Earth. The world looked so vivid now that I had the eyes of a 17-year-old again. Beyond is where you go after you leave Earth. Your body stays in the other worlds and your soul travels here. When you arrive, you choose a time period in your life you want to go back to. I chose to be in my 17-year-old body. I scanned over the unfamiliar people's faces, but my eyes locked on one person I actually recognized. It was her, the girl from the picture, the girl I never managed to get completely out of my head. She was here. I contemplated walking away and forgetting I'd ever seen her, but part of me pulled me to her. I took a deep breath and strode over to where she stood, talking to an unfamiliar brunette girl. I tapped her shoulder and she whipped around to look at me, her brown hair, red hair hitting my face. It is you!" I whispered, mesmerized. And that it was actually her. I expected her to be confused and say something to me in that edgy voice Joy had told me about. Instead, her eyes grew wide, her mouth falling open slightly. You still remember me from that picture," she said quietly. I nodded, remembering that when you're in Beyond, you could look down at people. Did you eat all that? Okay. Look down and the people on Earth. I thought you were a beautiful person in the picture, but in person, you are gorgeous. I told her honestly. She had a faltering smile on her lips. She shook her head. I can't believe you still remember my photo. I couldn't get it out of my head. There was always this nagging feeling in the back of my mind that somehow, I don't know, there's just something about you, I told her. Tears welled in. This fic is so depressing. It's really good. Everyone needs to go read it. I will actually put this in the freaking description box of this video. Read it. Really stop. Just listen. Tears welled in her eyes as she nodded quickly swiped them away. I think I can explain that, she said, and grabbed my wrist. I let her lead me through groups of people and through the town until we reached a large park area. I'd never seen this park. What is this? I questioned, watching as people looked into walls and plunged their heads. Like, this is sight, she told me. Pointed to one of the walls. And those are looking walls. You look down at the wall and it will show you whoever you want to see on Earth. Were you watching, Joy, when you found me looking at your picture? I asked. Patricia nodded and pointed to the lakes, where people were dunking their heads. That's what I want to show you, she said, and we walked along an abandoned edge of the lake. This isn't the longer lake. This is named, it's because when you put your head underwater, it shows you what was supposed to happen to you if you stayed on Earth. Can I look? I asked. Patricia nodded, motioning me. Take a look. I'm sorry, I'm like trying not to cry. I took a deep breath and plunged my head underwater and waited for a moment, but all I saw was blackness. I came up from the water, saw Patricia studying me. I didn't see anything. Why didn't I see anything? It's because I didn't think you would, because you're meant to be here. I'm meant to be dead. No, you're meant to be with me, Doofus, she said. Obviously uncomfortable to be telling me this. This is what I see when I live in the water. She waved her hand through the water and then motioned for me to look. Uneasily, I plunged my head into the water and instantly looked down at a scene in Noob's house. Patricia, I called and ran to where she was getting into a cab. She groaned and leaned against the cab door. What do you want, Slimeball? Another chance, I told her. She shook her head and scoffed. No, now leave. I need to go into town. Please, Patricia, I'm begging you, I said, reaching a hand to catch her wrist. One more chance. I know I screwed up by kissing Piper, but come on. I didn't even know you had a twin. Patricia sighed, pursing her lips. This is your last chance, Doofus, and I mean it. Thank you, I exclaimed, pulling her to me, crushing her lips with mine. I could feel the grin on her lips as kiss. Are you getting in the cab or not? The driver yelled, making us pull apart. Patricia shook her head no and slammed the car door. I'll go into town another time. The scene ended and I popped my head out of the water. That was the cab you died in, I said, instantly understood what I saw. I was supposed to save you, but I came to Anubis late. You're supposed to do a lot more than just save me. Patricia laughed as if this was some sort of inside joke. I sat there. Why? This is so sad. Patricia, Eddie, you were. I sat there puzzled until her laughter stopped. Eddie, you were supposed to marry me. And I don't see anything underwater because I'm finally here with you. Where I'm supposed to be. I slowly putting the pieces together. Look who's catching on, she teased. How long do we stay in beyond? Beyond is eternal. We stay here forever, having eternal youth. So you're telling me that I have eternity to be with you and put things how they were meant to be? Well, it's not really mandatory, but deal, I interrupted. What do you mean, deal? I mean, that sounds like a plan. You must have been pretty great, even if even when I was alive, I couldn't get you out of my head. So I want to get to know you now. I want an eternity to get to know you and fall for you like I was supposed to, I told her, cutting to the chase. Patricia held the tears in her eyes and a soft smile played on her lips. She nodded. Okay. What the fuck did you read? Just write Cauliflower. You wrote the most amazing piece of fan fiction I have ever read. And my goat liked it. Or she might just like the food. Peaches liked it. Peaches actually stayed out of my hair the entire time. Here's Peaches' blue bucket that she should eat out of when she's being naughty. Peaches can't figure out why she never gets... Peaches does not get fed because she does not stay in her pen when I feed them. And then she gets cranky because she doesn't get fed because Peaches is an idiot. I don't know if I want to read another fic. I'm kind of like crying right now. I'm going to sign off and I might read another one tonight, but I'll just post it a different day. Say goodbye. Bye-bye, goat. And bye.